Hi, today I'm going to be explaining our informative outline today. What this is our assignment, what we're working on. Basically, the overall goal on here is to inform our audience. So, what does that mean? This informative outline basically going to explain a workplace we're going to be taking part in, involving a various amount of steps, trying to just portray a informative message over to the reader, an audience that we are trying to target. All right, so some helpful tips during this assignment that we have here. We're going to be going over verbal skills, nonverbal skills, also as well as the triangle formation. And I'll get into that detail in one moment. All right, so to start off with, for the informative outline, like I previously stated, it is to inform the reader and the audience. What we're going to start off with is an attention getter for this outline as well. It's going to get our audience drawn into what we're speaking about, try to get them informed. Maybe some people like certain type of topics, certain type of job choices, and things like that. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be portraying a person that worked on planes, an aircraft mechanic, that kind of got into the field of becoming a pilot / air traffic control person. With this topic, I'm going to be explaining basically the steps I've taken to get to that role, as well as my previous job being a Publix manager, working in the deli department, on how basically I got from the deli manager to aircraft mechanic, and ultimately pilot end goal. Basically, I'm going to be explaining all the steps, the rigorous training we have to go through, background check, screening. To be a pilot, it's not just as easy as going to get your license from the DMV. There's a lot more tests involved in order to get that spot to become a pilot. First, you have to get your private license, then you get commercial, and that requires lots of hours, close to 1,200 hours for that as well. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is going to have a body to kind of let the reader know exactly what I'm going to be speaking about, as well as having actual data from a database, pulling on what the rate of pilot increasing, decrease are for the jobs that are listed on there as well. This data we're going to be getting is from the FAU database, which is provided by our school. This database basically pulls records from any type of job you might be thinking from years back. The trends basically that are going along with the job as well. This kind of includes just things like increases over the years, what's the median salary for these type of jobs, what's the requirements, which is the main thing like I talked about. Does it need a high school, college diploma, and etc., things like that, some prerequisites, some type of different training you might have to do before that as well. That's kind of just a basic rundown. As far as the outline goes though, it's going to start off with that purpose, what we're explaining about, what we're informing. We're going to go to a couple body points as well, just explaining using that data like I spoke about before, and then you're going to ultimately have a conclusion, how you're going to get to that point, what are the steps you're going to need, and just breaking that down for the audience to listen about. All right, and I'm going to get into a couple of skills that we definitely need, including the rubric, some of which are the verbal and nonverbal skills. Hand motions are a good one. The triangle motion is just looking at your audience, moving around the room, going back and forth. You don't want to be looking behind you. It kind of takes the point off of the audience. It kind of makes you unprofessional, like you showed up and don't know what you're wanting to talk about, which that is a very key point. You want to keep the audience focused and involved on what your topic is. Another thing, the nonverbal skills, just like I said, the hand motions, you can almost explain your story without even having to speak, just by people looking at their hands. Some people are different type of learners. Some people listen and don't have to look and can get the information. Some people like seeing your hand motions going through what you're wanting to say, just to get the point across. The moral of the story is, however you can get that information to the audience, and that even if they get a little percentage of it, that's all that matters, really, just informing them about what you're going to be doing. And ultimately, I think that's the best way for the success for this outline and for this informative assignment. Thank you for your time.